today I felt the banana bread spirit again. So I'm gonna make some banana bread. I'm gonna start with the dry ingredients first. I'm gonna use a little bit of this banana cream jello mix. It's gonna give it a nice banana cream flavor or banana flavor. So we're gonna just sift this into the cake. Just gives it an extra little, it's like a semi-homemade cake. Did y'all used to watch that show on Food Network? It was something semi-homemade. I forget the lady's name. I think her name was Sandra. You're gonna need about 2 cups, almost 2 cups of flour. So the thing with flour is you don't want to pack it. You want to just allow it like that. And then you kind of wipe your knife over it like this. All right, but I'm not going to do it in here because I don't want to have more than my measured amount. So I'm going to do it over here. And here's my flour. The reason you want to sift flour is because sometimes it has like little, you can't even really see them, but like little lumps of flour in there, and you want your cake and whatnot to be smooth, right? So that's the flour. So I'm gonna go ahead and and we need some baking powder. Some recipes say you use baking soda. I don't have any baking soda, so we're gonna just use the baking powder. And I don't really measure this. I just kind of add what I think I need. We're done with that. We also want some nutmeg to the party. Some people feel like nutmeg is, I don't know, but I love the taste of nutmeg. So extra nutmeg for me. Boom. Cinnamon. And I'll put a recipe in the description when I'm done. I gotta go watch the Texans game with my husband. Extra cinnamon. And then I have some of this pumpkin pie. I'll add. You could add allspice or other spices that go well with bread. Come on out of here, pumpkin. Alright. So we got those 3. Okay. You also want some salt. Anytime you're baking something sweet, salt needs to be brought to the party. So I'm just going to put some salt in there. I've already greased my pan. My little bread tin. I've already put a lot of this in there. So I'm going to go ahead and sift this. And so I don't know, can y'all see like those little small, yeah, you don't want that. You want it to be well sifted through. You might be able to see it better now. So you see those little, yeah, you want that to be all gone. All right. So, and if you notice, you can see, why does this hair want to be in my face? The flour looks different. It looks smoother, right? So we got that all mixed together. And stir it around a little bit. Okay. Oh, shit. Oh, please. Oh, please. My little light fell. I had it sitting on this little box. And it decided it wanted to go tumbling down. They say you make plans and God laughs. He be laughing at me all the time. Like on a regular basis. Okay? Because I be making all kind of plans for my life. He be like, yeah, whatever. Alright. So let's put this here. Alright. So that was the dry ingredients. The wet ingredients. Vanilla paste, pure vanilla extract. This one I just have in here because I have a little bit left and I don't want to just throw it away. You always got to start with butter. So we're going to cream our butter. We have a little bit of milk. I think that's like almost 2/3 a cup. You got to bring some oil to the party if you want it to be moist. That's just my personal opinion. Now, you don't want to oil it to the point where it's just like it tastes oily, but you get what I'm saying. So, I have some melanated sugar. And I have 2 eggs. And I have some walnuts and some raisins. You're going to add the walnuts and raisins at the end. You don't have to add raisins. I like raisins. You don't have to add walnuts. I like walnuts. So that's why they're in this party trash can. I forgot I moved it right here next to me. But I am going to get myself something to drink right now. So normally I wouldn't drink whatever this brand is my husband bought, but he has me on a budget. So I'm like, okay, Daddy. Just saying. All right, so I'm gonna put the butter. You want your butter, really you want all your ingredients to be room temperature so that it mixes well. So anytime you're baking, if you're gonna add, like, even if you're baking a like a cheesecake, you want the sour cream that you're gonna put in the cheesecake to be room temperature. You want the cream cheese to be room temperature. You want the eggs to be room temperature, everything. If you're adding milk to something, it's good to have that to be room temperature too. So we're gonna put the butter in here and start to whip it up. Whip, nay nay. Whip, whip, nay nay. Alexa, play with nay nay. I'm in that mood. Alexa, stop. Alexa, say whip, say. Alexa, stop. We're not trying to get what is it called? Struck. They like to strike my videos. I be like, I'm just over here trying to have a good time. Hey. You're always gonna need one of these handy dandy things. So you want to cream your butter and your sugar. And like I said, you want to wipe down the pan. So where it kind of looks like that. Why do you want to do that? Why do you want to do that? So to make sure there's no lumps and bumps in your cake or your bread or whatever the hell it is you're making that's sweet. Baking requires precision. If you don't do something right, it will let you know about it in the final result. It sure will. Definitely will let you know about it. Okay. Go ahead and add my brown sugar. old man say, brown sugar, get on in that pot. On your own, get on in that pot. I know, I'm crazy. I know. I was born this way. So you don't like it, I don't care. Now, I didn't measure the sugar, this sugar or that sugar. I just put what I had left of the brown sugar. Put what I had left of the brown sugar. I don't know how much sugar I'm going to add. I'm just going to add as much until I feel like it's enough. And this is a third of a cup. Yeah, third, I think. I feel like that's enough sugar. I'm going to wipe this down, and then I'm going to start on the bananas. I'm going to let it keep creaming and getting happy. Getting, you know, all this sugar and the butter, it needs to get to know it. They need to get to know each other. So I want them to be in one happy big party so they can bake properly. You just got to be nice to your food. You know what I'm saying? You got to, what they say, cook with love, honey. I mean, that's what you're supposed to do. Y'all let me know in the comments down below if y'all like baking. You know, the reason I actually started baking is this was years ago. I was working for this job. I don't know where I was, but there was some storm that happened, and I remember whatever the storm was, I lost the job, or I had to quit the job. I think I got terminated, or not terminated. What is it called? What do they call it? Laid off. And I was devastated about that. And then that week or something, I feel like it was like 2 days later, we had this huge storm, and the fence in our backyard on one side, because we had these neighbors that were just rude as, okay, just not very friendly. But at any rate, they both actually died, so rest their souls in peace. But that side of the fence fell down during the storm. And, you know, we have money and things like that. We're good, but I lost my job. So it was like, I don't need this right now. You know what I mean? I don't need to have to pay. And because we had never got a fence fixed before, I thought, oh, that'll probably be like, you know, $300-400. They'll come up here. No. It ended up being like almost $2,000. And I'm going to go with whoever has good, you know, reviews, because you don't want anybody out here. Because we all know that the people that are on a construction crew that are doing the real work, in many cases, they are not American. And shout out to them. And I understand it is what it is. So because of that, they may not necessarily have the skill to do it right. But those people, they fixed our fence. It took, I feel like 2 days, because they laid whatever it is that they were doing. Because I thought it would be done in a day. They laid something out, and then that had to like rest overnight, and then they finished it the next day. But yeah, I was hurt about that. $2,000 that we had to pay. But really, what pissed me off is that I didn't even know the fence had fell down. My neighbor, like I told you, they passed away, came and stapled a note to the door talking about the fence fell down and she gonna call the HOA. Now, mind you, this is a day after. Like that morning, I didn't even know. I lost my, ooh, I was so pissed. And whenever I get really pissed, or if something happens where someone's lying on me, or I feel like I can't gather control of something, I'll cry. I'll be so angry that I cry. And my husband doesn't like to see that, obviously, because I'm the apple of his eye. And so when they did that, because first of all, who the hell told you that you can staple anything to somebody's front door? Please, let's start there. Have you lost your mind? We have a wood door. What's wrong with you? Anyway, see how I just went back to being angry again? Because people be doing dumb shit, and I can't. So anyway, that happened, and as a result of that, because I was laid off, I started baking. I went on YouTube, of all places, and was just kind of like, hey, I'll learn how to make this. And I started baking like fancy cakes for like fondant and stuff like that for weddings, whatnot. Yeah, I was doing that for a minute. But anyway, that's where my love of baking came in. I was in here baking, listening to Adele, okay? Hello, it's me. Like, okay. I need to mush these bananas up. I almost got my dry ingredients over here, right? You don't want the dry ingredients. So, whenever I'm baking, especially like bananas, or if I'm making something that needs to be flaky, if I'm making something that you want to be flaky, you need really like ice cold butter to like make like oh god, what is the name of that bread? It's like phyllo dough, but you get what I'm saying. It's like really flaky. Even if you're making really flaky biscuits, this, because the temperature in your body, if you use it to if you use your hands to like put everything together and mix it, your hands from your body temperature will warm up the butter, and then you won't get those flaky layers that you're asking for. So this allows you to, break up the butter into the flour without it changing your temperature. But I love multi-purpose, right? Got that from my husband. So instead of me trying to, with a fork forever, trying to mash the bananas, I have this. So, all right, let me turn this back on so it can finish. Now this is not the type of banana you're supposed to have. Not. It's supposed to be real brown. But these are the bananas I have, so we're gonna work with that. They say you can put them in the oven for like 10 minutes. I might do that. Just to like brown them up a little bit. Since the oven is already on. So yeah, I'm gonna pop them in the oven about 10 minutes. Eat like this. Doesn't taste like it's the only thing I can find, so we'll put them in here. 10 minutes. I like that banana. to what I was doing. But I hope you guys are having a happy Sunday. I really do. I want this to be a bit more creamy, so I want it to keep going. Okay, so now I'm going to add an egg. To the party. And then what did Jesus say? He didn't really say this, but keep the party going. If you don't continue to wipe your bowl down, everything won't get well incorporated. Okay, I'm gonna add the next egg. Generally speaking, I don't crack the egg into the flour or into the bowl, because what if a little shell get in there? That's not gonna be good eats. So the batter is almost there. We haven't added the dry ingredients yet, but we're about to add the flour. I'm gonna add some vanilla extract in here. I just add whatever's on my soul, okay? Personally, I don't think you can really add too much if you ask me. One of these days, I'm going to buy a vanilla bean. I don't know. I don't know why I can buy $1,000 shoes, but I don't want to pay $16 for a vanilla bean. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It is what it is, though, right? Well, yeah, one day I'm going to buy one. My thing is, what if you buy it and then you mess up whatever you're baking? Or, you know what? It's real talk, real good. If you've ever had homemade ice cream, listen, it's thetruth.com. It will snatch your soul. It's looking pretty good. Now it looks like it's supposed to look. Yay! So now, like I said, y'all just want to scrape the bowl down one more again. Make sure you got all your everything incorporated. You know what I might make? I might turn this into a banana pudding cake. I might do that. Nah, I don't feel like that. Because I gotta go to work tomorrow. I could do it, I don't feel like it. Because then I gotta go to the store and get vanilla wafers, so I don't feel like it. So next time on Chanel's Reality. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and add the dry. We're gonna add the flour to the mix. I would say about half of the flour. That's my banana.
Your banana timer is done.
Alexa, stop. And now, we add the rest of the flour. And some milk. I'm coming. Some oil. flour decided it wanted to go rogue. No. Putting you all the way back in here, you need to stop it. Knock it off. No flour left behind. All right. All right. So we have that all mixed up. I'm going to go ahead and add the walnuts to the party. Oh, I don't know if I should have added that, man. Oh, well. Whatever. These are raisins. You could add cranberries too, if you wanted to. Actually, you can add whatever fruit. Well, no, I take that back. You can't add whatever fruit. But I would say dried fruits you could add to the party. I'm breaking them up because I don't want them to be all stuck together, you know, when they're bake. Okay. Now, I need the bananas. Like I told you, I'm gonna use my handy dandy to mush these bananas up. That's why they're supposed to be they're supposed to be really ripe. But I have all ripe ones, so we don't roll with these. I just put a little extra sugar because the reason you want them to be basically like overripe is because the sugar is released, and so that's gonna make for great banana bread. But there's other ways to substitute, if that makes sense. So I just add a little more brown sugar, a little more regular sugar. Remember, the reason I told you I'm using this is because anytime, this is actually for like if you want to make like a flaky dough or like biscuits or something like that, you don't want to touch the, because you're trying to mix flour and cold butter. The problem is your hand is 97 point, whatever your degrees is, your normal temperature. That's going to naturally, if you're mushing it up with your hand, warm up the butter. And then you won't get the flaky that you want. So that's what this is for. But I'm using it multi-use, right? So I'm just going to use it to smush up these bananas instead of using a fork and chasing them around a plate. So then it looks like this. A little bit of mush. That's kind of what you want. Smushy, mushy bananas. Don't trust people who don't use bananas in banana pudding. I don't trust them. How can I trust you? You're not using all the ingredients, ma'am. You are not using all the ingredients. And all the ingredients are necessary. Just saying. Well, I guess some people might say, well, you can modify. Yeah, you can. You're right. You can modify. But anyway, we do it. What did I say it is? Chanel's reality? Yeah, it's my reality. Please understand me. It's my way or no way. Hit the road, yeah. Don't you come back no more, no, 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 no. Hit the road, yeah. Don't you come back no more. What you say? All right, let me take a picture of the bananas. I need pictures for my Instagram and social media. I think I saved this already. All right, now that is saved. It kind of looks like oatmeal. Oh, shit. All right, one last spin. What is happening? Okay. Remember, we don't want to overmix it. So now we're done. I'm trying to think, did I miss an ingredient? Hopefully not, because that's the worst thing. Be like, oh snap, I forgot to put the eggs, or oh snap, I forgot to put oil, or whatever. Because who wants to start this process all over again? God bless those people that do. I have a friend, she is becoming a chef because she loves to cook. She went to the Houston, or is going to the Houston, what is it, Institute of, Culinary Institute? I think it might be called Culinary Institute or something like that. And then it's a good chance that you should taste it. Mmm, yummy. Yummy.com. And I ain't even, I'm gonna drop the mic right here. I ain't even gotta drop the mic right here. But I'm gonna go ahead and drop it right here. You know why? It's yummy and I ain't even baked it yet. Ciao. That's why I say it's Chanel's reality. You don't like it? Move out of her reality. Stay out of her reality is all I'm saying. Yes. Now I'm gonna force my husband to taste my batter. I need his support. I need his support. So I'm gonna sit this right here for right now. And go ahead and pop this in the oven. It's gonna go in the oven for 59 minutes, I think I said. Or 55 minutes. 55 minutes. So like I said, I have my already greased banana bread pan. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that don't look good. I know it tastes good, but it don't look good, so I don't know if it's gonna make it to the final, you know. It might not make it out of the editing bay. Oh shit. Alright. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road. You know what you can do? You can put okay, sorry about that. I like to clean as I go. So you're gonna beat this down a little bit to get some of the air that might be in there. I'm gonna add a few. Oh, I don't think I could add. I think I used all the walnuts. Maybe I have some somewhere. I feel like I have walnuts somewhere else in this house. I'm gonna look. Oop, and I have another wafers. Okay. I found some walnuts, organic ones, but I don't know if they're still good. So I'm gonna just taste one, and if it tastes good, then I'll add it. If not, then okay. Oh, I'm gonna put some on top. And I'm gonna add a little bit of raisins to the top too. And we shall see. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pop this in the oven for 55 minutes. Alexa, set bread timer for 55 minutes.
Bread timer, 55 minutes, starting now.
So I will return after this is finished baking and after I finish watching the Texans game with my boo. Oh, I'm gonna do a little video real quick for my baked potato. But see you guys next time. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit all my buttons. Talk to you guys later. Bye.